Oftentimes people may not take advantage of free money. You've heard us say before
I
that
like it.
kind of three levels of money. Free money is the best, right, folks? Tax-free is the next best, and then taxable maybe is third.
Achieving financial success takes dedication, discipline, and most importantly, a plan. For over 30 years, Don Reynolds has helped savers define their needs, formulate their plans, and achieve their goals. From accumulation to preservation and protection, and through the income distribution phase in retirement, implementing the right strategies makes all the difference. Your retirement is our business. Welcome to Strategic Asset Preservation.
Well, hello again, and welcome to another episode of Reynolds Rap. Of course, I'm Don, and you know Corey.
Oh yeah, hello everyone.
Hopefully you know us by now. So we hope you've been enjoying the show. Hope you're getting some value in the education that we're trying to bring to you all.
Absolutely.
Today we're going to talk about 401ks, and I know we've talked about it in the past, but we know because when people come in and meet with us who either come to our workshops or call us from the podcast, there's some things that are slipping through the cracks with these. And so we want to just make sure that you understand, if you will, because there's literally 50 mistakes, and we have that. We can share that with you if you want. You can call us, we'll email it to you. We're not going to go through all 50 of them, but we have that sheet. But we're going to talk about a couple of them because, in our opinion, they're biggies.
Common mistakes we see too out of the 50 that we see often.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what's the beauty about a 401k? Well, number one, it's automatic and systematic. And what we mean by that is you get your employer, you enroll in the 401k, they automatically do the deduction from your paycheck. So you never see the money, so you don't miss it. You learn to live without it. You live beyond, you don't live beyond your means, you live within the means. And your 401k is then designed to create money for retirement.
Yeah.
Now, with that, I'm going to say a 401k is a great place to build assets for retirement, but a 401k is not a good place to leave your money when you retire. It's not a good retirement plan.
No.
That's all I'm going to say on that. So,
yeah, and it's important to just elaborate a little bit on it. Another mistake is oftentimes people may not take advantage of free money. You've heard us say before that
I like it.
Kind of three levels of money. Free money is the best, right, folks? Tax-free is the next best, and then taxable maybe is third. So the number one tax-free money, the number one thing would be that free money out there, we often see sometimes people are not even maximizing what they're getting for a potential contribution and match from that employer. So make sure, again, that you understand what your match is with your 401k. Understand that if you have to give at least that much to get that much, make sure you do. And then from there, we might see another mistake. One of the 50s is a lot of times people maybe will overfund a 401k. So perhaps we'll go beyond that match quite a bit, put more of their check in there, rather than just exploring other options for saving for retirement. So again, make sure, again, you're getting that free money, matching that. But then after that, explore what else you have available and might fit in your situation for your timeline, your horizon, your wishes and dreams. And then if there isn't things outside of that, then maybe you put more into that 401k.
Yeah, and one thing too, sometimes employers, it's called a 5500. They change them every year, refile it. Sometimes employers will raise the match. Now I know it doesn't happen often, but we have heard of it. And then the employees, they don't even know that happened. And so because they won't change your contribution that you're doing, even though they raised the match. But we do see people that don't even realize they have a match.
Yes.
And so they're not doing anything. So again, we implore you to call your HR department and say, hey, we have a 401k. Do we have a 401k Roth?
Correct.
Which is going to lead us into the next topic with this is, do you defer? Do you not defer? Now, y'all know you've heard us talk about taxes. That's how we built the company. We're big proponents on tax forward planning. We've talked about how what I say the government kind of sold us all a bill of goods because they tell us to defer our income. While we're raising children, have mortgages, got every write-off under the sun, and we defer our income because they say we're going to pay less taxes in retirement. Clearly, we've learned probably 85% of the people that's not the case.
Yeah. Because
you've been good savers, and we commend you for that. You've done a great job. You just didn't realize how it was going to affect your Social Security. And that's really where it really gets painful.
Yeah.
People have been to our workshops. we've had many. In fact, we just did one last week, and a gal come up and said, you know what, I've been to a lot of these, and I've never, ever heard anything like I heard today. People are not telling us about this stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, we a little pat on our back, I guess, but it's what we believe in, what we do.
Yeah.
So, but if you have a Roth 401k, you know, we always said we're in historic low levels of taxes today. Should we be paying taxes on our money today, or should we be deferring it? Well, I think the answer is clear. We should not. We should be paying taxes today. I can tell you, I learned this a long time ago, doing this for as many years as I have, is that I never wanted to defer my income and do a 401k or an IRA because I saw how it was affecting people. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do that to myself, because I was knowledged, I was empowered, and I knew the cause and effect of Social Security taxation. So, you know, that's something we can help you with.
Yeah, yeah. And again, I mean, in that situation, in that realm there, real quick, just wrap that up. You know, it's important to look at your current scenario and the income level that you're at and the tax bracket that you're at, because again, we're in a progressive tax system. So obviously giving into a Roth, it will be taxable the year then, rather than giving into a traditional 401k that is tax-free, of course, comes off the income. So not only looking at it today, but as Don mentioned, into your future and understand the cause and effect, very important.
Yep.
You know, we just did a segment earlier, 8, again, great reasons to look at moving your money. This is another problem that we often see a lot of times with 401ks. And again, one of the 50 to look at. And again, if you want this piece, we can give it to you, email it to you, come in and grab it from us. We'll go through your 401k with you. But another thing here that we're talking about is making sure that you're rebalancing and paying attention to your investment options and choices. I can't tell you how many times we've had people in our office where we start talking to them and listing their assets, talking about what they've got, you know, putting together a plan for them. And when it comes to 401k, they'll be like, honestly, I don't know how much I have in there. I don't know how it's performed. Or they'll bring a statement and we'll point out some different things as far as what's going on within some of those choices, where they haven't met with the person perhaps for years and years, or haven't really paid attention to performance or what it's going into. So again, make sure that you are looking at the investment options you have in your 401k, rebalancing as needed where the timeline you're on in your horizon for retirement, or for, again, how you need this to grow, or again, risk levels as we talked about. So again, one of the 50 there, make sure that you're paying attention to it as your investment, because it is something that you want to, as Don always says, inspect what you expect, and you expect it to grow. Well, pay attention to it. It's an asset.
And this kind of leads more to that, what Corey just said. We're talking about 401ks. Well, when you leave an employer and you don't take your old 401k with you, leave it stay at that employer, you know, you're really hurting yourself, because number one, you can move that. And this kind of comes into, and a lot of 401ks today have what they call target date or life cycle funds.
Yeah.
And as you get closer to retirement, the way those are structured, you have less and less, I guess, risk to it. But I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing, because you're not getting returns like you potentially could be.
Correct.
If you're, you know, actively managing and watching that thing. And the old 401ks, who knows what's happening with it, because you're not watching it at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, if you have an old 401k and employer, you know, give us a call. We're happy to help you with it, or you could move it to your current one. I don't necessarily advise doing that. You have a lot more options outside of a 401k for investments. So again, just a couple of things to be looking at.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I think that's probably enough out of the 50. We could go on and on and on, folks. But again, I think the key would be give us a call, 651-773-3859. We can email this to you. You can come in for that free discovery, no cost, no obligation meeting. We can look at your 401k. We can pull up this piece, look at the 50 reasons, and see if there's anything in your 401k or your situation that, again, maybe there are some areas that you need improvement on to enhance it, or one of these, again, failures or issues that, again, problem areas that maybe you're not understanding is going on, or just don't have the knowledge to look at for you. So give us that call, 651-773-3859. We'd be happy to meet with you, get you this piece. And I'm telling you, folks, it'd be worth your time. Again, this is most often one of the larger assets people have for retirement. So you want to make sure you're taking good care and maximizing all aspects of your 401k.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that, as I started, a 401k is designed to create assets for retirement, but it is not a dependable source of income in retirement.
Correct.
And I'm just going to leave it at that. So
yeah,
with that, we thank you for your time. Hope you're enjoying the show, folks.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great day, folks.
See you next time.
Listen to more with Don Reynolds and Corey Stilp on the Strategic Asset Preservation Podcast by visiting 800preserve.com.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature, not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.
Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services. Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.